The final scene shows us monster props on a set, models, fake backdrops, stage pieces. It wants you to think everything was filmed, not real. But then you notice the summoning book sitting right there. And Goomi, an actual living Goomi. You can't fake a creature that was genuinely summoned. So what was real and what was the movie inside the movie? Welcome back to Movizo, where every ending hides a beginning. Today we're cracking open the layer. The final scene of minions and monsters drops on you without warning. Here's the theory buried in that ending. The film tries to convince you that James and Henry turned their own adventure into a documentary. That the whole movie was just their own production about themselves. But the ending doesn't actually support that reading. It supports something more interesting. My interpretation is that the events were completely real. The monsters were real. The summoning happened. James and Henry are filmmakers who then decided to reconstruct what happened on a set, using props and models to make it into the film we're watching. The real events inspired the movie. The movie isn't the evidence that the events happened. Now here's an outside angle worth flagging, clearly a speculation, not in the article. Just a structural parallel some animation fans have been drawing online. Some viewers have compared the ending to what Pixar did with Toy Story, where the audience is left uncertain whether Andy ever truly grasped the full reality of his toy's world, or just experienced moments that hinted at something bigger. The idea that the real world and the story world in Minions and Monsters exist simultaneously is being read the same way by some fans. James and Henry's film is real within the movie's universe, and so is Goomi. Let's go through what the film actually shows us piece by piece. First, the summoning book is there on set in full view. A prop version of the book would be dressed differently, clearly fake. The original book is specific. It has the actual power to bring things through. You don't keep the genuine artifact on a documentary film set unless it came with you from the real events. Second, Goomi is present in that final sequence. Not a puppet, not a model, the actual creature. This is the most specific detail the ending gives us. If everything were fictional, Goomi wouldn't be standing in the shot with them. Third, James and Henry are described throughout the film as genuine creators. Even when cast out by the other minions, they never stop building stories around what actually happens to them. Making a film about their own life-threatening monster adventure fits exactly who they are. It's not a twist that they document reality. That's the only thing they've ever done. Fourth, think about what the studio giant's reaction tells us early in the film. The footage that accidentally made the minions stars wasn't scripted or staged. It was real chaos that directors mistook for genius. The whole film's argument is that what's genuinely chaotic and real produces the best art. The ending echoes that exact idea. The best movie James could make is the one that actually happened. Fifth, the meta-narrative the film builds all season points here. In real life, the minions became oversaturated pop culture icons, then fell out of favor, then needed something fresh. In the film, the minions become silent film stars, get cancelled when sound arrives, then need something wild and new. The monster movie idea is their comeback play, and it works because it's rooted in something they lived through, not something they invented. This is where the ending stops being a trick and starts being the film's entire point. Minions and Monsters isn't just self-aware about being a Minions movie. It's arguing that the franchise needed to go through something genuinely risky to earn a real comeback. Coffin and Lynch didn't make a movie about minions making a movie by accident. They made a story where the funniest, most memorable thing that ever happened to the minions is the thing that makes their art real. That final set reveal doesn't say, none of this was real. It says, this is how you tell a true story. You rebuild what happened, you show the seams, you let the audience see how the magic was made. And then you leave Goomi in the frame to confirm that the magic itself never stopped being real. The woman telling the story at the beginning, who turns out not to be telling it at all, is the same move. The film keeps pulling the rug on what the story is. But every time it does, it reveals a layer that's more honest, not less. Here's where I land on this. Everything in Minions and Monsters happened exactly as shown. The summoning was real. The monsters were real. The chaos was real. James and Henry then did what they've always done. They turned it into a film. My theory is that James brought the real artifacts with him, the same way a director keeps props from a shoot they actually survived. The final set is the production of that film, not proof that the events were fictional. So here's the question for you. If James and Henry are making a film about their own real monster adventure, do you think Goomi gave them permission to be in it? Or did they just bring the creature along and hope for the best? That's the layer hiding behind a set full of props and one very real monster. An ending that looks like it's pulling the rug out but is actually laying the whole carpet down for the first time. Welcome back to Movizo, where every ending hides a beginning. If this theory finally made that ending click for you, hit like, drop your own read in the comments, and subscribe for more.